start by paraphrasing Ice Cube. Today was a good day. Today was a good day. We showed a lot of resilience and grit and talent and focus and being great teammates. And I'm so happy for our players that are in the locker room for coming away with a very nice victory today against a very good St. John's team. We had some people really step up, especially Dev Workman. I think Amadeus Samashi was fantastic rebounding the ball and getting post position. Millie Gronish was probably overlooked, but she defended her butt off and did a great job defensively and still finished in double figures. The last group that was in there for the majority of the late third quarter and most of the fourth quarter was a plus 23. Typically, a plus 6 is good. They were a plus 23. So I can't say enough about the starting four and adding Dev Workman and what they did in that period of time.
Considering the press conference, rewinding back to the last press conference where you were disappointed, what went into making sure that that did not happen again today?
We just got back on the horse and we went into practice, and routine is sometimes a good thing, and for us it was a routine practice. We got after each other. We practiced very hard. We didn't go very long, but I thought we had good focus, and we really didn't change up much of anything. I think everybody was everybody understood, and we just moved forward and understood the importance of what this game is.
I know it's kind of hard to look ahead, obviously looking at the rest of the schedule. You have a big schedule coming up ahead of you, but looking at the non-conference schedules in years past, you've had big-time opponents come here and you haven't been able to get over the hump, so to speak. What does it mean to be able to have that chance and come through in such a big way today?
Yeah, I'm not sure if we've ever beat a ranked opponent here in the A.J. Palumbo Center. I think the last ranked opponent that we beat was at Ohio State. It's a great win because I have a lot of respect for Joe. There's the St. John's coach. I've known him since he was a graduate assistant, and I think he does a tremendous job. 24 for them, the Walker girl, boy, she's tough. And I really liked her, and I love the way they play. It's a great win for our program. It's a great resume builder for us as a possible at-large team if we have to go that direction at the end of the year. And it certainly is a nice Christmas present as we go into Christmas break.
What enabled you guys to have such success defending the three-point shot today?
I don't think they're a great three-point shooting team, but I think they're really good at getting into the lane and scoring the basketball, and they're very good in the mid-range game. Today I think that we really moved our feet and we sat in gaps and didn't give them a lot of clean looks at the basket. We really challenged them, and then on offense we attacked them. You think about all the hand check fouls and fouls at the rim that we were able to get because we attacked them, whether it was a Millie Gronish or it was Dev Workman or April Robinson or Chasso Magrosso. We were able to get into the lane, and we had success that way.
What as a team do you feel qualifies as imposing your will on an opponent?
Can you say that again?
What specifically with your team do you feel needs to happen for you to impose your will against an opponent, something you did today?
If you would have asked me before the game, I would have thought it was going to be our post game. I think that I didn't give St. John's posts enough credit. They're better than I thought, and I thought that we would have been able to exert our will a little bit more in the post. Kadri didn't have the day that she normally has. I think she had the shots that she wanted. I think she had the looks that she wanted. They just didn't go in. We'll get that fixed for our next game, and she'll be fine. But for us to impose our will, we've got to attack people and we've got to be the aggressor. And whether that was in the post or on the perimeter, we did that today.
What goes into a lot of the first quarter, especially second quarter a little bit, you saw there were a lot of times there were bunnies, there were short shots you guys as a team were not able to finish. What goes into making sure that the players that are responsible for that don't get too down on themselves as they move on to that next possession?
It's just one of those things, guys, I'm counting on you. Like, we're going with you. You can miss the next three and you're not coming out. I'm staying with you, and I trust you. And that trust is not built in a 3-second conversation in the middle of the game. That trust is built over the course of their recruitment and their summers here and the preseason and the practice season. And I think if you ask those kids, they understand that we have complete trust in what they're doing on the floor. And I think it shows, because they're not afraid to let it fly.
A lot's been made of, obviously, you've you've had a lot of wins so far this season, but you haven't been completely pleased with the efforts in some stretches. Is this a complete effort that you feel closer to what you're looking for?
Yeah. You know, usually you're not very satisfied as a coach, and you usually can find something. And I know I can dig for a few things. At halftime, I talked about how I felt like the game was ours, that we didn't secure loose balls and rebounds in an efficient manner, in a strong manner, and it led to a couple baskets for them. And we had to fix some things within our zone defense to limit 24, the Walker kid, and we did that. But yeah, this is as complete a team victory as you can imagine, as we've had in a while. Good win.
What was the player reaction after?
One of the things that we talk about is this is to be expected. You know, we're not out there to celebrate the national championship because we haven't done anything yet. I mean, we just beat a very good basketball team, but we're a really good basketball team too. With that being said, to be 11-1 going into the break, I know those kids are very happy and they're very excited. And I know that going into the break, it's going to make that workout tomorrow morning that much sweeter, and that workout they'll do on the 22nd and the 23rd will keep them motivated so that when we get back here on the 26th, we'll start preparations and we won't have to do a lot of extra running.
Is it kind of a blessing curse kind of a case where the break drops in? You obviously have a huge victory you're going to be going into the break with, but obviously a huge string of victories, knowing what's coming up next. How do you kind of balance that fact that players are going to be away for a few days and it's kind of on them now to prepare themselves in a sense?
It's a challenge. This is the longest break I've ever been associated with in 19 years of Division I basketball. And you know, we have a lot of foreign players. So, you know, we're going to stay tonight and we're going to work out very hard in the morning, and they're going to go home sore tomorrow. You know, you're 11-1 guys. You have your arch rival right after Christmas, you know, the city game. If that doesn't motivate you to go out and do extra workouts and to stay in shape and eat correctly over the next 5 or 6 days, I don't know what else would. I think that we're at a point where our maturity and our commitment is that our kids will get after it and work out. And some of the foreign kids who will stay here in the dorms, I'm sure will be in the gym, and I'll be in the gym with them on the 22nd, 23rd, things like that.
What goes into, are you happy rather with the fact that when you said this is a winnable game, the way this is your game to win, the response that they had maybe going into this break, knowing that they are on that high, they've bought in, they're committed, knowing what comes up with obviously the city game and then what's coming up with A-10 play as well?
Well, you're 11-1 and you're on a 10-game winning streak. You're on a 16 or 17 home game winning streak. You know, you got 5 people in averaging double figures. Heck, if you're not committed at this point, then I don't think you need to be on our team. I mean, I think we're all for one for all. I think we have a completely committed group down there. If you wouldn't be committed, I don't know how you could play for us because you would stick out like a sore thumb.